Today we're going to be looking at finding the volume of cylinders. So a cylinder is a three-dimensional figure that has two congruent circular bases. So this below would be an example of a cylinder. If you notice, it has two circles for bases and then the sides. So basically kind of looks like a can of soup or a can of pop. Now the nice thing about volume is the same formula we used for volume of a prism is the same formula we can use for volume of a cylinder. So we're going to find the area of the base and multiply it by the height. It's just that when we're working with the area of the base, we're going to have to use that area equals pi times your radius squared. Now let's look at our first example. So first we're going to find the area of the base, which is going to be pi times our radius squared. So it's going to be pi times 4 squared, or pi times 16. I'm going to do 3.14 times pi, and I'm going to get 50.2. Now, that's just the area of our base. We have to take that, multiply it by the height of our cylinder, which is 12. We get 602.4 inches cubed. So why don't you pause this the video and try this one on your own. So area is going to be pi times 8 squared, or 64 pi, or if I do 64 times 3.14, I get 200.96, which becomes just 201. We're going to take 201, multiply it by the 15 for the height, and its volume is going to be 3,015 centimeters cubed. So now we want to look at what happens, kind of like we did before with the prism. So what happens when we triple the radius versus tripling the height. So if we have the original dimensions, pi times the radius squared times height, if the circle was 2 inches and the can had a height of 5, the original would be 20 pi inches cubed. If we triple the radius, it becomes 6 squared, and so the volume ends up being 180. If you triple the height, it ends up being 60. So by tripling the radius, by tripling the height, we would triple the volume, because we went from 20 to 60, so times 3. However, by tripling the radius, you would increase the volume to 9 times the original. And that's because of that square in the exponent. So it ends up being 9 times the original, because if you think about it, 3 squared is 9. So here, just another example of that. If we triple the radius, if it was originally 2, its new radius is 6, so we'd have 6 squared times pi times 3, so this would be 36 times 3 times pi, and 36 times 3 is 108 pi, and 12 times 9 is equal to 108, so it increases the volume 9 times. So even just here, just looking at it, you can kind of see that all it is the volume tripling again, so it would be 4 pi if we triple the height, so 3, 6, 9. This would be 36 pi, 12 times 3, so it gives us 36, so this would just be 3 times the volume.